Video game horror has changed a lot in the past couple decades, from simple point-and-click games to full-blown virtual reality. But very few have left such a big impact on the survival horror genre as Resident Evil. Developed by Capcom, Resident Evil not only laid the foundation for an entire genre, but also solidified its place as the perfect formula of creating a great horror game. The story's premise revolves around the Special Tactics and Rescue Service, or better known as... They're on a recon mission in response to the disappearances of previous STARS teams that were sent to investigate a series of disappearances near an old isolated mansion. You get the choices of either playing as Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine. As players uncover documents, journal entries, and audio logs, they gradually piece together the history of the mansion and the Umbrella Corporation's experiments deep within the property. One of the key factors that makes Resident Evil a great game is its mastery of atmospheric tension. The lack of music is replaced with the silence only broken up by sounds of doors opening and your character's footsteps. It works to build up your paranoia only to be broken up by an intense burst of action. The game has a fixed camera angle that limits visibility and movement, as players are often left blind to see what lies around the corner. This, mixed with the game's tank controls, contribute a sense of panic by making movement intentionally cumbersome, making any encounter with a creature a game of getting ready to fight it. Resident Evil introduced several innovative gameplay mechanics that became a staple of classic survival horror, one of these being the limited inventory space. The game only gives you about 6 or 8 inventory slots depending on who you play, and this forces players to carefully consider their choices, managing resources like ammunition and healing items, along with key items used to solve puzzles and open doors. This not only added an extra layer of strategy, but also heightened the feeling of vulnerability. The puzzles that are seamlessly integrated into the story encouraged out-of-the-box thinking, breaking up the action with moments of cerebral engagement.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
While the remastered version gave updated graphics and added additional support to the backstory, there's something special about the original graphics, and how the lack of detail almost makes the game more scary. Walking around, you feel confined, dreading walking into an encounter that forces you to fight to progress. Resident Evil stands the test of time. Its impact on both the gaming industry and horror genre is immeasurable, and its legacy continues to thrive even decades after its initial release. While the later Resident Evil games may have shifted their focus more towards action and witty dialogue,
no thanks, bro.
Nothing will ever beat playing this game alone in the dark, just waiting to see what happens behind every door.